Hey everyone, it's SpursRail96 here. Welcome to another Train Sim World 4 roadmap video. Today Dovetail Games have put out the latest update for the roadmap. So before we do get into the details, for those of you that have a attention span of 20 seconds, here is a picture of a short summary of this month's roadmap. So now let's dive straight into the details. We'll start with the ScotRail BR Class 380 electric multiple unit. What Dovetail have said with in this month's roadmap is that work continues on the 380. It's now in the game and externally complete, with all its numbering and scrolling destination boards. The interior and cab are also in place. Note the TMS screen, which does have explorable options to see different parameters of the train. Much like the Class 377 and 385, the cab corridor connection means the space is quite cramped, but the view is at least a tad more forgiving with the 380, although perhaps the most iconic and distinctive feature of the 380 is its angled gangway. As can be seen here in this picture, there is a most unique animation for the Class 380 gangway, where after the connection has been made, the driver uses a switch in the cab to pivot the gangways into place and allow the coupling to complete. Once this is done, the cabs are then set up as per other corridor connection trains in TSW to allow for passenger walkthrough. Dovetail will show this animation in more detail in the coming months. Thankfully, and for those Eagle Eye viewers, you may have already spotted that the Glasgow Cathcart Circle line will have a massive free update alongside the 380 release, which will bring the route into line with a number of growing routes which support the, Train Sim World 4, Train Sim World 3, skies and lighting technology. This free update will breathe new life into the route, as will other changes happening courtesy of the game designer Liam, who you may remember from his work on the magnificent remastered update to the West Somerset Railway. These changes to the Glasgow Cathcart Circle also include updated signal visuals, new track and ground ballast, the latest water visuals for the River Clyde, and other locations. Dovetail will share more details and imagery of the official Cathcart Circle remaster next month, along with a deep dive into the gameplay. But to close on the 380 on today's roadmap, here is a hint of what we can expect with the brand new Glasgow Cathcart Circle line timetable that will be coming with the Scottish Desiro. In this picture here on the left hand side, you can see a diagram of Glasgow Central in the rush hour period in the original Cathcart Circle timetable, and on the right is the brand new Class 380 timetable at Glasgow Central at the same time of 7:50 a.m. So let's touch on some German stuff for a change, starting with the DBBR 218, which is being made by Train Sim Germany. In this update, the 218 locomotive from the TSG team, they wanted to share more details of the locomotive as well as key features you can expect to find on this upcoming add-on. The key features you can expect is obviously the locomotive with its TB11 engine in Deutsche Bahn traffic red livery, the N-Wagen coaches in Deutsche Bahn traffic red livery with the diesel desk version of the Karlsruhe cab car. There is a timetable mode for Hauptstrecke Hamburg-Lübeck, although it doesn't specifically say if it will add any new services to the route. There is also 4 scenarios for Hauptstrecke Hamburg-Lübeck, as well as 2 tutorials on the training centre. And finally, there is a journey mode as well, chapter for the 218 on Hauptstrecke Hamburg-Lübeck. Let's turn our attention back to the Scottish side of things, starting with the 5 Circle line from Rivet Games. Rivet have been continuing work on improvements to the 5 Circle line, and currently they are focusing on the following changes in an upcoming patch, such as 33 new services added to the base layer. These are the Cowdenbeath services, 6 new rail tour services for the Flying Scotsman, 2 new Jubilee rail tour services using the West Cornwall local steam rail tour pack, 2 Class 40 services going to and from Dunfermline City, and they've also introduced performance optimizations across the route and added a procedural foliage system as seen in the London Overground line. And you can see some pictures of the scenery and foliage improvements, which looks pretty decent, I must say. Work also continues with the Leven branch, but Rivet haven't updated that part of the route with scenery changes just yet, as those changes will be implemented alongside the update, which includes the branch, which the Rivet team will begin working on once they can access the site for reference material. Additionally, Rivet have also been working on some important updates on the Bernina line, such as fixing issues with some services, unlocked journey chapters so players can play them without having to complete previous chapters, and fix the engine cooling and fan audio being heard from a very far distance. Let's touch on another ScotRail multiple unit, this time from Skyhook Games, the Class 158. They have provided an overview of what we can expect from this Loco update. It will be a 2-car diesel multiple unit in ScotRail specifications. There will be one tutorial in the training centre, 3 scenarios to the Edinburgh Glasgow route, that's ScotRail Express, and 3 more scenarios to the 5 Circle line. There will be timetable services for both routes, and it's also compatible with the Class 170 for combined running, which is very interesting indeed. And finally, not finally, I should say, second to last, we have a new Train Sim World partner, and the first third-party developer from the United States, about bloody time. Finally, High Iron Simulations, who has previously developed multiple add-ons for Train Simulator Classic, are now working on their first couple of projects with Train Sim World, which is brilliant. They are excited to begin development for Train Sim World 4, and their initial team represents an experienced group of developers, including Michael Stefan, Rick Grout, Cesar Manu Pak, and Gary Dolzal. High Iron Simulations has presented 2 projects in development, the first of which is a gameplay pack for the Santa Fe F7 diesel electric locomotive for the Cajon Pass route that will bring AT and SF 1990s era railroading to the famous California Pass. Their second project will be a new route, presumably in the United States, but they're not quite ready to share information about that just yet. And now, finally, we can touch on an update from Union Workshop, one of the other third-party developers who's making the first Japanese route for the game, the Taidami line. They have provided a new range of screenshots of the scenery that they have constructed, and that looks pretty nice, I must say. So that will be that. So yeah, if you'd enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss an upload. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.